TIFU by walking into the room of my crying Ukrainian roommate. I live together with a few roommates in a flat. Each of us has their own room. One of the girls I live with is from Ukraine and she fled her home country due to the war. I work mostly from home, so imagine my surprise when I suddenly heard loud crying. After contemplating for a few minutes whether I should go out or stay in my room, I decided to go out and found her door to her room open. I saw her on the floor, crying, while on the phone, and stepped a bit into her room to ask her whether she needs help. I don't know what happened, but I have a horrible hunch what could have happened. She, obviously, shut the door in my face, and I have been sitting here the last 30 minutes trying to figure out how to write an apology note. My roommate and I are not close. We literally only live together because no one of us has enough money to afford their own room. We just coexist with each other in the same space. Sometimes we have nice small talks, but mostly we don't see each other that often, which is surprising since we live together. Everyone is just hanging out in their own rooms or outside with their own friends. When I saw her door wide open and she visibly distraught, I just went in without really thinking. Maybe that wasn't the most sensitive thing to do. Does anyone have ideas what to write in the apology note? I want to express my remorse for coming in unannounced and offer help, but I fear that the latter might come off as pushy. Any ideas on how to put it into words in a sensitive way? Or should I just refrain from any contact and leave her the space she needs? Any advice would be great. TLDR. Walked in on my Ukrainian roommate crying on the floor. She shuts the door in my face. I don't know what to write in my apology note. Edit. Thanks a lot for the people who took time to write responses. I appreciate all your responses. Since I've never been in a bereavement situation nor had anyone close to me go through it, I didn't know how to act or whom to ask. I disagree with the people who said, "It's not a foo." I caught her in a very vulnerable situation and then even physically breached her sanctuary, aka private room. Just because I meant well, doesn't mean I did well. So even if I was a good person, I was not the person that was needed in this situation. It's just nosy and uncomfortable if someone pushes help on someone else who doesn't want it. For whatever reason, I took your advice to heart and gave her space today. After reading the comments, my new dilemma is now between not apologizing, because apologizing will remind her of what happened. She's already in distress and this isn't about me. Or apologizing personally and casually offer help as well as acknowledge my mistake and subtle assurance that it won't happen again. And thanks to you, Thaddeus, for providing me this valuable resource. Just wait until she has calmed down, and you have a good chance to talk to her in person. Does not have to be today, could be later today, tomorrow, or a couple days from now. Then just say something like, "Hey, sorry to intrude earlier, yesterday, whatever. Let me know if there's anything I can do, or if you want to talk about it." I think everyone's guidance here is good. And I'd also add that she was likely very upset generally and not really thinking about you when she shut the door on you. So don't take it as her being angry. She was probably just distraught and needed privacy. I think it's very natural to go towards someone in distress. And hopefully she will realize this. Don't write a note. Talk to her in person. Just say you were concerned because you heard her crying and wanted to see what was going on. Apologize for walking in without knocking, asking her permission first. "I'm sorry I upset you. I was very concerned when I heard you crying, but I was wrong to step into your room. And I apologize. If you need someone to talk to, I'm available. I'm sorry you had a rough day. You didn't do anything wrong. Just say, sorry for intruding. I thought you needed help. But I now realize you probably wanted space. I don't think an apology is required. You clearly said it seems. We're trying to be empathetic and helpful. Just let it go and everything will be fine. You don't need to write an apology note. You went to offer help from a place of empathy. Just wait until she is ready to talk. Just move on. Maybe something subtle like, "Hey, sorry about the other day." But if you two aren't close, just leave it and move on. If she wants to bring it up, let her. Otherwise, leave it be. Do you want to write an apology note to make her feel better? Or to make you feel better? If it's for her benefit, don't bother. She's dealing with stuff that is way more important than you accidentally walking in. If it's for your benefit, don't bother. She probably doesn't want it. Write the note, then put it in the bin. And talk to her next time you have an opportunity and apologize in person. Be careful with apologizing. Different cultures have different ways of going about it. Even specific phrases for how much blame, serious, formal, or sympathetic you intend to be. French culture, for example, prefers less formality, more straightforwardness, and interpret over apologizing as being insincere. If it's a serious offense, you lead with a peace offering. This might help. It's a guide from UK of dealing with Ukrainian refugees. IDK, I think you did the right thing. If I'm crying my eyes out with an open door, I'm really needing someone to comfort me. Not that I ever got that worth a damn. But yeah, no. We could all use someone who cares to check up on us. Don't apologize for trying to be supportive, lol. She might not be ready for or want your support, but you offering it isn't something you should regret or apologize for. If you still want to help, express it in a gentle way and let her decide if she wants to accept it. Or should I just refrain from any contact and leave her the space she needs? When you see her next, just tell her that you were sad to see her crying and ask if there is anything you could do to help. I don't think you should apologize. You were genuinely concerned. Whilst we're jumping to the obvious, anything could have upset them. Maybe give them some time and space and ask how they are when you next see them. Let them know you're there if they want to talk. Offer friendship and support, but don't beat yourself up for caring. Give her space. Make dinner. Offer her some. Repeat. Why would you apologize for checking on your roommate when you hear distraught wailing coming from the next room? Like, she can reject your help. Shit. She can be illogically mad that you offered help in the first place. But don't apologize for trying to do something nice. You've already offered assistance. Just give her space and wait for her to calm down. See if she's willing to talk about it later. Or just ignore her if you really have no interest in developing that kind of relationship. Just don't apologize for doing the right thing. That's silly. This isn't a situation where a note would be appropriate. Talk to her face to face. I'm sorry for barging in. I heard crying and I thought you might need help. But I still should have knocked or asked first, is there something I can do? Quote. You don't need a note. Her door was open, she was in distress, you were trying to help. Why would you write a note? That's weird. Don't apologize, just leave it alone. It's clear that's what she wants. You did nothing wrong. You tried to see if you could help out distressed fellow human being. Emotional or not, it was very rude of that other person to just shut the door on you like that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.